Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello everyone, welcome to second PUC Statistics online classes. In the previous section we had discussed about the important problems of test for population mean. In this video we are going to discuss about test for equality of means of two population. In that first problem, that is, from the following data test whether mean daily wages of workers of factory A and factory B are equal. And here given informations are, there are two set of observations are given. One is factory A, another one is factory B. Next here number of workers in factory A and mean daily wages in factory A and standard deviation in factory A. And here under factory B, number of workers are given, mean daily wages are given and standard deviation is given. Now let's see the solution part here. What are the observations given? See here two set of observations are given. The number of workers in factory A, in the sense that is small letter n. So we know that number of samples, sample size is denoted by small letter n. Here two set of observations are given. So I will write first set of sample size is small letter n1 and second size of sample size is n2, like that. Yeah, here let's see the first set of sample observations, that is small letter n. See in a factory A, that is number of workers, in the sense that is sample size. So sample size is 200. So small letter n is equal to 200. See here 200 is more than 30. So this is last sample test. And in a factory A, mean daily wages, mean, we know that mean in sample mean is denoted by small x bar 1, and here given observation is 195. Then standard deviation, then sample standard deviation is denoted by small letter s. So this is first set, that is why I will write S1. So S1 is equal to 20. In a second set of observation, in a factory B, here number of workers, that is 450, that is N2 is equal to 450. Then what is x bar 2? So x bar 2 is mean daily wages, that is 200, and standard deviation, that is small letter s. This is second set, that is why I will write S2. So this is equal to 30. And here they given use 1% level of significance. Here level of significance is denoted by alpha, and here it is they given 1%. So alpha is 1%. See here two set of observations are given. So this is test for equality of means of two population. In the previous section we had discussed about test for population mean, because in that they given only one set of observations. See, okay, now what is H0 or what is H1? See, from the following data test whether mean daily wages of workers of factory A and factory B are equal. See the word, that is equal. Equal in the sense what? Here two population means are there, that is mu1 and mu2. So equal in the sense here mu1 is equal to mu2. See, if it is equal to type, then it is null hypothesis. So here the given words are like this. H0 is mean daily wages of workers of factory A and factory B are equal, that is mu1 is equal to mu2, that is given in the question. Next, what are the possible rejections are there? Here we consider only one possible rejection. See, I will write that is mu not equal to mu 2, mu 1 not equal to mu 2. When it is not equal, mean daily wages of workers of factory A and factory B are not equal, then it is mu 1 is not equal to mu 2. So, H1 is mean daily wages of workers factory A and factory B are not equal. This is alternative hypothesis. Okay, next test statistic, that is Z is equal to x bar 1 minus x bar 2 divided by square root of sigma 1 square divided by n1 plus sigma 2 square divided by n2. See, okay, this is equal to, what is x bar 1? Here x bar 1 is 195 and minus x bar 2 is 200 divided by C. In the formula they given here we have sigma 1 square and sigma 2 square, but here we here the values are a small letter s and small letter s1 and small letter s2. So, here sigmas are unknown values, therefore I will replace by small letter this sample standard deviation. So, that is yes, in the place sigma 1 square I will write s square, that is 20 square divided by n1, that is 200, plus sigma square, sigma 2 square, that is s2 square, that is 30 square divided by n2. So, here n2 is 450. Okay. This is equal to 195 minus 200, that is minus 5 divided by 220 square, that is 400, 400 divided by 200, that is 2, plus here 30 square, that is 900, 900 divided by 450, that is 2. So, this is equal to minus 5 divided by square root of 2 plus 2, that is 4, that I will write here minus 5 divided by square root of 4. This is equal to minus 5 divided by 2, and this is equal to minus 5 divided by 2, that is minus 2.5. So, here calculated value is minus 2.5. Okay, next this is calculated value. Next we need to find critical value. See, here alpha is 1%. So, that is at 1% level of significance, the critical values are see this here alternative hypothesis is not equal to type. If it is not equal to type, then it is two-tailed test. Yeah, two-tailed test. Okay, in this case, how to find level of significance alpha 1? If alpha 1%, here alpha is 1%, then how to find critical value? See, this is two-tailed test. Under two-tailed test, and here alpha is 1%. So, k values are 2.58 and minus 2.58. And in two-tailed test, rejection region will be located at both the sides of probability curve. So, here it is minus k and here it is plus k. These are the rejection regions. and this is acceptance region. So here minus k is minus 2.58 and plus k is 2.58. And here calculated value is minus 2.5. So minus 2.5 is lies in acceptance region here. This is minus 2.5. Therefore, H naught is accepted. Or we know the other condition. In two-tailed test, the condition is like this, that is minus k less than or equal to calculated value less than or equal to plus k. See here minus k is minus 2.58 and calculated value is minus 2.5 and here plus k value is 2.58. Then sign is, see here first we have to compare these two values. Here minus 2.58 and minus 2.5. Here minus 2.5 is greater as compared to minus 2.58. Next we need to compare these two values, that is minus 2.5 and 2.58. Here 2.5 is greater value as compared to minus 2.5. See here these two conditions are satisfied. Therefore, H naught is accepted. If H naught is accepted, then conclusion is mean daily wages of workers of factory A and factory B are equal. That is mean daily wages of workers of factory A and factory B are equal. That is mu 1 is equal to mu 2. Next, problem number 2, that is the mean IQ of 200 randomly selected boys of a college is 90 and that of 128 randomly selected girls of that college is 88. Standard deviations of their IQ are 10 and 8 respectively. Test whether there is a significant difference between average IQ of boys and girls at 5% level of significance. See here what are the given observations are there, that is here there are two set of sample observations are given. One set of sample observations are based on boys and another set of sample observations are based on girls. See these are college students observations. So there are given samples are student. The sample 1 is boys and the second set of sample is girls. Next, number of students are given. Next, mean heights are given. Mean IQs are given. Next, standard deviation is given. These are the given observations. Yes. See here the mean IQs of 200 randomly selected boys of a college is 90. In the sense here mean IQs of boys is 90. So mean value is 90. Then here randomly selected boys. So here the number is 200. Randomly selected in the sense that is sample size. So here number of students are 200. Next, that of 128 randomly selected. That of in the sense mean IQ of 128 randomly selected girls. So here number of girls are 128. Next, then here that of 128 randomly selected girls of that college is 88. So here mean IQ of girls is 88. Next, standard deviations of their IQs are 10 and 8 respectively. So here the boys IQ is 10 and girls IQ standard deviation is 8. Next, what we need to test here, test whether there is a significant difference between average IQs of boys and girls at 5% level of significance. Here level of significance is denoted by alpha and 5% in the sense here alpha is 5%. See here two set of observations are given. We know that number of students in the sense that is sample size. Sample size is denoted by small letter n. Here two set of observations are there. For our convenience, I will consider the first set of observations. Sample size is denoted by small letter n1 and next set of observation is denoted by small letter n2. Then means is denoted by x bar. Here two sets are there. So first set is x bar 1, another set is x bar 2. Standard deviation. Sample standard deviation is denoted by small letter s. Here two sets are there. So first set is x1 is equal to second set is x2. Next let's see the test procedure. Here what is step 1? Step 1 is setting up of null hypothesis and step 2 is setting up of alternative hypothesis. See in the question they given test whether there is a significant difference between average IQs of boys and girls. So see here significance difference in the sense your mean IQs of average in the sense that is mean IQs of boys and girls are not equal. So not equal in the sense the sign is like this, mu1 is not equal to mu2. So significant difference in the sense here mean IQs of boys and girls are not equal. So not equal in the sense here not equal to type is alternative hypothesis. So here given in the question they given alternative hypothesis. So here alternative hypothesis is there is significance difference between average IQ of boys and girls. That is mu1 is not equal to mu2. Significance difference in the sense that is not equal to. Then what is null hypothesis? So based on alternative hypothesis we can set null hypothesis. We know that null hypothesis is always equal to type, equal to in the sense that is mu1 is equal to mu2. Then what is the sentence here? There is equal to in the sense there is no significance difference. So null hypothesis is that is H naught. There is no significant difference between average IQs of boys and girls. So that is mu1 is equal to mu2. See, if it is equal to not equal to type, then it is two-tailed test. Next step 3, that is test statistics. So that is z is equal to x bar 1 minus x bar 2 divided by square root of sigma 1 square divided by n1 plus sigma 2 square divided by n2, which follows normal 0, 1. Okay. Now see here is sigma in the sense sigma 1 and sigma 2 in the sense that is population standard deviation, but here population standard deviations are that is sigma 1 and sigma 2s are unknown. So then they are replaced by sample standard deviation, that is S1 and S2. So here small letter S1 square and small letter s2 square. Now I will substitute the values. So this is equal to, here the x bar 1, so x bar 1 is 90 and x bar 2 is 88 divided by square root of s1 square, that is 10 square, divided by n1, that is 200. So plus, then s2 square, that is 8 square, divided by n2, that is 128. Okay, this is equal to 90 minus 88, that is 2. 2 divided by square root of 10 square divided by 200, that is 0.5. Then plus 8 square divided by 128, that is 0.5. So this is equal to 2 by square root of 0.5 plus 0.5, that is 1. 1 square is, square root of 1 is 1 only, so the answer is 2. So here calculated value is 2. Okay, next step 4, we need step 4 is we need to find critical value. How to calculate, how to find critical value based on level of significance. Here level of significance is 5%. At 5% level of significance, critical values minus k and plus k. Yes, here critical values are, see this is two-tailed test and alpha is 5%. So here critical values are, one is minus 1.96, then another one is 1.96. Yes. Next, we know that in our two-tailed test, rejection regions are located at both the tails of probability curve. So this is minus k, this is plus k. These are the rejection regions and this is acceptance regions. See, here minus k value is minus 1.96 and plus k value is plus 1.96. And here calculated value is 2. So here 2 lies here. So this is calculated value. No, I'm sorry. Here 2 lies here because this is minus 1.6. Next here calculated value that is plus 2. So here see, here calculated value lies in rejection region. So H0 is rejected. Here calculated value lies in rejection region. Therefore H0 rejected. Or we know the condition of two-tailed test, that is minus k less than or equal to calculated value less than or equal to small letter k. Here minus k value is minus 1.96 and calculated value is 2, and here k value, positive k value is 1.96. See here minus 1.96 and 2. Here 2 is greater than minus 1.96 and here 2 is greater than 1.96. See here condition is not satisfied. Therefore H0 is rejected. Okay, if H0 is rejected, then H1 is accepted. And what is H1 here? So the conclusion is there is significant difference between average IQ of boys and girls. Therefore the conclusion, there is significant difference between average IQ of boys and girls. That is mu1 is not equal to mu2. Thank you for watching this video.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.